URLs for each day, Python allows us to do something like this, path, and then we have something like a placeholder, and we can call it day. It can be anything you want. But in this scenario, it makes semantic sense for it to be day. And essentially, this placeholder, whatever whenever you enter anything into this URL, like this point, Python will save this value as this as this placeholder, right? And then we can use this keyword in our view, and it will be a keyword argument, right? So I'll show you now. So I'll say views dot okay, so I have to weekly plan, right? So I'm just going to create the function just beforehand, and then let's go to the function. So we have index for Monday, for Tuesday, right? So let's create one that just takes the day, right? And we're going to call it weekly plan, like we did in the URL. So I'm just going to comment these out for now. And then we're going to say define weekly plan. And remember, it's going to take a request. And like I said, the placeholder now becomes a keyword argument for our, or a second argument for our view function. All right. And I will say, let's say something like, if day is Monday, right? So we can have that. Then we can have something like plan text is equals to, let's see, go to the doctor, something silly like that. Go to the doctor, right? And then an LF, that's not how you do an LF. An LF day is equals to Tuesday, right? And then we can say plan text is equals to go to the bank. Go to the bank. Else, we can do something like, let's say the user entered something that is not within this option, so we can have something like else, you know what, return something like, we didn't find what we're looking for. So Python has something called the HTTP response, HTTP response not found, right? And then we can return that HTTP response not found, and we say this day does not exist, right? And I know so far we have not used the request, but it's just a requirement for the functions, right? We will use them later. So now let us go back to our URLs. And yes, we have the URL planner. And then if I save this, okay, see there's no more Monday there anymore. And if I run this, and ooh, what happened? It says this view weekly planner did not return an HTTP response. Oh, it returned none. Oh, yes. So I know what's happening there. Yeah, we didn't return anything. We only returned for the case where we didn't find anything. And let's have a return HTTP response of the plan text. And that's not how you spell return. That's how you spell return. And we save that and we run. We should work now and go to the bank. There you go. So you kind of see the logic. So if it was Monday, I only put 2 days. Monday. I said Monday. Monday. Thank you very much. It should go to the doctor. And yeah, so that's essentially how you create a bit more dynamic paths, right? We could make this a lot smarter. In fact, we will do that. Just now, we will make it a lot smarter where we have more than 2 days. All right. So essentially now we've shown you how to create dynamic path segments where we can have placeholders in our URLs, and these placeholders can be sent into our view function, right? And we can use that in our view function to execute some logic. All right. And we also use the import the HTTP response not found. All right. So now let us do something called path converters. Right. So we go back here. If we go back to our URLs, you can see that this is just a placeholder, but doesn't tell me what type of data type that I'm getting, right? So Python has this thing that you can convert the data type of the placeholder, right? So I could have something like int right? And I could also have something like string, okay? So let's do something like that, okay? We're gonna create two functions, one that uses a string, the one that uses an int, all right? And the one that uses the int, we shall call, I think, let's call it path, and then with our placeholder syntax, int, and day, and close our placeholder. And then we're gonna have views dot weekly plan number or int, right? And that's that. However, why is it oh, because this is a two item list, I have to separate them, okay? And they in good formatting. So now we can go and create that function. Let's go to our views and create week plan by number, right? So to do that, we are going to say, let's see. Okay, let me define it on top. So because we have it on top, define weekly plan number, or int rather, and it's going to take in the request and day. And let's see something. I'm going to say, let's create a list, week plan list, right? So let's create a list of items that we want to do for the week, starting from Monday, go to the doctor, right? And then what's the next one? Go to the bank. Third one could be, let's go grocery shopping, okay? And yeah, that's that. So just like before, let's create a logic to say if we don't enter a legit number, then return an error. So we only have 3 items, so that is going to be between 0 and 2, 0, 1, 2. Those are 3 items. So let's say if day is less than 0 or day is greater than 3, right? We're going to return HTTP, response not found, and something like this day is not supported yet, right? And then else, we're going to select our day, and it's going to be equal to day minus 1. All right. Now, why am I doing day minus 1? Because if you say 1 starting from Monday, we know that in Python, lists start with 0, so I have to minus it by 0. Okay. And then we could say return HTTP response, and we could plan list and select day. So now we can enter in our placeholder and say, okay, 1, that's for Monday, and there we go. Go to the doctor, okay. And if I say 2, then should we go to the bank? If I say 3, for grocery shopping, let's say if I say 5, this day is not supported yet. And if I say -1, this day is not supported yet. Okay, you see now it takes in strings, and let's say something like Monday, that should still work. Go to the doctor because I entered a string here. So it's gonna kick into this one and take that. So now I've shown you how to use path converters, right? So where we can convert our placeholders, the data type of our placeholders, right? If you want to do more research on the type of data conversion that you can do on Django, you can do that on their websites and the resource. Great, guys. Nice one. Let us continue. Let's create let's make this more intelligent, right? So let's create more days, and so that we can actually have a full week. See you there.